Virat Kohli, the master of chases. Virat Kohli, the former captain of the Indian cricket team, is one of the world's best right-hand batsmen. He was born on 5th November 1988 in Delhi, India. His nickname is Chiku. He was named one of the most well-known athletes in the world by ESPN in 2016 and one of the most valuable athlete brands by Forbes. Time magazine listed him as one of the 100 most influential persons in the world in 2018. According to Forbes, he received an expected salary of about $26 million in 2020, placing him 66th out of the top 100 athletes in the world. With expected revenues of 165 crore, $21 million in 2022, Kohli has been regarded as one of cricket's most financially viable players. Early life and family. On 5th November 1988, Virat Kohli was born into a Punjabi Hindu household in Delhi. His mother, Saroj Kohli, worked as a homemaker, and his father, Prem Kohli, practiced law. Vikas, his older brother, and Bhavna, his older sister, are his siblings. The early years of Kohli's life were spent at Uttam Nagar, where he started his schooling at Vishal Bharti Public School. According to his relatives, Kohli showed an early interest in cricket at the age of just 3. He would take up the bat in a game of cricket, show off his innate talent, and ask his father to bowl to him. At a very early stage, about 9 years old, Kohli becomes part of West Delhi Cricket Academy. There he was trained by the trainer Rajkumar Sharma. Later he joined Xavier Convent for his cricket. Kohli was not only talented in cricket, but he was also very good in academics. Kohli lost his father on 18 December 2006 due to a brain attack. His father was a key supporter of his cricket training during his formative years. Kohli has said that his father drove him to practice each day. He has acknowledged how much he occasionally misses his father. Kohli's mother noticed a significant shift in his personality after his father's death. Overnight, Kohli seemed to mature, and he started treating every cricket match with seriousness. After his father's untimely passing, he seemed to devote his entire being to the game of cricket because he intensely disliked being left out of sports. Career. Virat Kohli was selected in the Delhi Under-15 team for the Paulie Umrigar Trophy in 2002-2003. In that tournament, he scored the highest run and became the captain of the team for the 2003-2004 tournaments. The same year, 2004, he was selected for the India's Under-17 team. There, his team won the Vijay Merchant Tournament, 2004-2005, and again Kohli was the highest run scorer. In July 2006, he played for India Under-19 team. There, his team won both ODI and Test series against England. His performance was appreciated by coach Lalchand Rajput. In November 2006, he played his debut match against Tamil Nadu for Delhi. The same year in the month of December, when his father died, the very next day, he played against Karnataka and scored 90. His father's death at Kohli's very young stage was a shock to him. After that, he made his father's dream his dream and never looked back. His mother said that Virat changed a bit after that day. Overnight he became a much more mature person. He took every match seriously. He hated being on the bench. It's as if his life hinged totally on cricket after that day. Now, he looked like he was chasing his father's dream, which was his own too. In April 2007, he was the highest scorer of the Interstate T20 Championship. In 2008, India won the Under-19 Cricket World Cup in Malaysia under the captaincy of Virat Kohli. In that tournament, he was the third highest scorer. After this, Kohli played several Under-19 tournaments and won the matches. After the Under-19 World Cup, Royal Challengers Bangalore of IPL Indian Premier League bought Kohli for $30,000. He was awarded the Border Gavaskar Scholarship that allowed him to train at Cricket Australia's Centre of Excellence in Brisbane for 6 weeks. In 2008 he was selected for Indian ODI for the Sri Lanka Tour as well as for the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. On the Sri Lanka Tour, he played as an opener batsman, and this was his first international match. And India also won its first ODI series against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. After that, Kohli got the chance to India as a team and played in several tournaments. And finally, it was December 2008 when he got the annual BCCI Grade D contract that entitled him to receive 1.5 million rupees. In 2009 he was selected for India's Emerging Player Tournament. He played as an opener batsman in the matches and scored the highest of 398 runs. This tournament was the turning point of Kohli's career, and he was also praised by the chairman of the National Selection Committee, Chris Shrikant. Further, the same year in the ICC Champions Trophy, he batted at number 4 instead of Yuvraj Singh and got the Man of the Match award. His first ODI century was against Sri Lanka in 2009, in which he scored 107 of 114 balls. His second century was against Bangladesh in 2010 in a tri-national ODI tournament in Bangladesh. He was also the highest scorer of that series with 275 runs. He was the third Indian batsman who scored 2 ODI centuries at an early age before 22. Before him, it was Tendulkar and Dhoni who scored 2 ODI centuries at an early age. Further, in the same year, 2010, he became the vice-captain for a tri-series, May to June, in Zimbabwe. However, India lost the series, but he became the fastest Indian batsman to score 1,000 runs in ODI. After that, for a period, he struggled with his form, and he retained it with his third ODI century 118 of 121 balls in a series against Australia at Vishakhapatnam in October 2010. His fourth ODI century was against New Zealand in the same year. And he became the highest scorer in ODIs, 2010, with 995 runs in 25 matches. After this, match by match with his performances, he got ranked to batsman in the ICC ranking. Further, he was selected for the World Cup 2011 and played in all the matches. He scored his 5th ODI century in his first match of the World Cup against Bangladesh, which made him the first Indian batsman for such an achievement. In the final match of the World Cup, he played a good partnership with Gambhir, making it possible for India to win the World Cup after the 1983 World Cup. After the success of the World Cup, he played his Test debut at Kingston in June to July 2021, when India toured West Indies for a one-day and Test series. But there in the Test series, he struggled with his performance, so he was first dropped from the next Test series of July to August in England. But later, due to the injury of Yuvraj Singh, he was recalled. After that, in all ODI series, he gave his best performance and scored the highest run in ODIs for the year 2011, 1381 in 34 matches. Now with his consistent performance, he got a place in the Test series and toured Australia in December 2011. However, India lost that Test series, but he was the highest Indian scorer of that series as well as he scored his first Test century, 116 runs, in the first inning of the 4th match of that series. Further, in the Commonwealth Bank Triangular Series, February 2021, in Australia, Kohli was the highest Indian scorer as well as the only Indian batsman who scored a century in the series. However, India lost that series, but for his nice performance in that series, Kohli has appointed the vice-captain for the Asia Cup 2012, which was going to be in Bangladesh. In that tournament, too, he was the highest scorer with 357 runs. In the last group match of the tournament, he scored 183 against Pakistan, which was his 11th ODI century, as well as the highest individual score in the Asia Cup that broke the record of Yunus Khan, 144. In 2004, Kohli was awarded the man of the match in 2 matches of the tournament. However, India could not qualify for the final of the tournament. In the same year, 2012, Kohli played several other matches and series and got the Man of the Match and Man of the Series awards. At the time of the ICC World Cup 2020 in 2012, he was the highest Indian scorer with 185 runs and was awarded ICC's Team of the Tournament. Match by match, Kohli was improving and also showing his growing maturity in the game. Viv Richards, former West Indies captain, said, "I love watching Virat Kohli bat. He looks to me like an individual of my own heart. I love his aggression, and he has serious passion that I used to have. He reminds me of myself." Later in a triangular series in the West Indies, Kohli played as a captain when Dhoni was injured in the first match of the series. He scored his first century, 102 of 83 balls, as a captain against West Indies in that series. Further, in July 2013, when most of the senior players were rested for the ODI Zimbabwe tour, Kohli was the first time appointed as the captain for the whole series. India won that series 5-0. After that, in the second match of an ODI series against Australia in Jaipur, Kohli scored 100 in just 52 balls that were the fastest century against Australia. In the sixth match of that series, he scored 115 in just 66 balls, which made 161 balls, which was the third fastest ODI century by an Indian batsman. With this century, Kohli also became the fastest batsman in the world to score 1700 in ODI. After this series, Kohli also reached the top rank in the ICC ODI batsman rankings. In another ODI series, Kohli equaled Viv Richards by becoming the fastest batsman to make 5,000 runs in 114 innings in ODI cricket. He was also the man of the series for scoring the highest run, 204. Further, Kohli toured for several series, and in almost all matches, he showed consistent performance. In the 2014 ICC World T20 he was the vice-captain of the Indian team. In all matches, he played very well, especially in the semi-final he scored 74 in 44 balls. For that, he got the man of the match and said, "My best T20 innings." Even in the final match, he scored 77 from 58 balls against Sri Lanka. However, India lost that match. Kohli scored 319 runs in that tournament, which was the highest individual score. For that, he won the award of Man of the Tournament. After that, Kohli struggled with his form for some time, and many questions arose about his technique. In the Test and ODI series against England, he struggled. But later in October 2014, in home ODI series, he got his form back. He scored his 20th ODI century 127 in 114 balls in the fourth match of the series. After that, in November, for an ODI series against Sri Lanka, Dhoni was rested, and Kohli captained the full series. In the fifth series match, he scored an unbeaten 139 of 126 balls and won the series 5-0. He got the player of the series. This was the second whitewash under his captaincy. At that time, Kohli also became the fastest batsman in the world to cross 6,000 in ODIs. He also became the second player in the world for making more than 1,000 runs in 4 consecutive years. In 2023, Kohli started his ODI campaign early in the year with a century against the Sri Lankan team that was on tour. Kohli put on a spectacular display in the series' third game, scoring an undefeated 166 runs off 110 balls. His 21st century in India was significant since it was the most ODI centuries ever scored in the nation, surpassing all previous players. In addition, with his effort in this game, he surpassed Mahela Jayawardene to reach 5th place in ODI run scoring. India went on to win the third ODI match with a record-breaking margin of 317 runs thanks to Kohli's effort. In the Border Gavaskar series of 2023, Kohli participated from February to March. He endured a run of poor results in the first three tests before playing a disciplined and technically sound innings in the final test at Ahmedabad. His century was his first in the format in 3 years. He scored a total of 186 runs during the game. Kohli got Test captaincy. In December 2014, for the Australian tour, Kohli got Test captaincy due to Dhoni's injury. However, Dhoni returned to the team as captain from the second match of the series, but at the last of the third match of the series, Dhoni announced his retirement from Test cricket, and Kohli became the full-time captain for the Test team. As the captain of the Test team, he gave his best performance in all the matches. He scored 692 in all 4 matches, the highest by an Indian batsman in the Test series in Australia. Retirement from captaincy. Kohli was chosen to lead the Indian team at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in September 2021. However, Kohli publicly announced his choice to relinquish his position as T20I captain after the competition. India was shut out of the tournament's later rounds for the first time in 9 years after they could not move to the semi-final round. Rohit Sharma succeeded Virat Kohli as the ODI captain of India in December 2021. Sourav Ganguly, the BCCI president, revealed that Kohli's ouster from the ODI captaincy was due to the selectors' choice to forego having to leaders for the white ball game. However, he expressed that Kohli has been asked to continue serving as the T20's captain. At a press conference, Kohli refuted the BCCI president's assertion, saying that the BCCI administrators had supported and welcomed his choice to relinquish the captaincy. The top selector, Chetan Sharma, allegedly notified Kohli of his expulsion from the ODI captaincy 90 minutes before the release of the Test squad for India's tour of South Africa. More than a week later, when the team for the ODI series against South Africa was revealed, Sharma rejected Kohli's assertion and said that the administrators had pushed him to rethink giving up his position as T20I captain. Kohli's style. Virat Kohli is an aggressive right-hand batsman. Usually, he played at number 3. He is famous for his wide range of shots, as well as for his capability to bat under pressure. Although the cover drive is his favorite shot, his natural shot is a flick shot. He was appreciated by his team for his confidence, commitment, focus and work ethic. He is also known as a sharp fielder. He is a good chaser as he plays well at the time of chasing another team. He said himself, "I love the whole situation that comes with chasing. I like the challenge of testing myself, figuring out how to rotate the strike when to hit a boundary." Even Kohli's batting style resembles Tendulkar's batting style. Sometimes he was called a successor of Sachin Tendulkar. Actually, from his childhood, Kohli was a big fan of Tendulkar, who was also his idol. Kohli always tried to copy the shots of Tendulkar. On his shots, one of the best batsmen, Vivian Richards, said that Kohli reminds him of himself. In this way, he was praised by several cricketers. Greg Chappell said about him, "Most Australian non-Australian cricketer of all time." However, due to his aggression on the field, he was criticized by the media, who told him rash and arrogant, and at the same time, many cricketers appreciated this aggressive attitude. In 2018, Brian Lara, the legend cricketer of West Indies, said Kohli was one of the best batsmen in the world. Kohli's love life and marriage. Kohli never hides his affair with his girlfriend, Anushka Sharma, Bollywood actress. The couple started dating in 2013, and very soon, the lovebirds started living in a relationship. Their fans give them the name Virushka. The couple tied in wedlock on 11th January 2017 in Florence, Italy. This year on 11th January, the couple was blessed with a baby girl and gave her the name Vamika. Kohli's commercial life. Virat Kohli is known as one of the best cricketers. But apart from cricket, he also loves football. He is a co-owner of the Indian Super League club FC Goa. He said that he invested in the club because he wanted football to grow in India, and at the same time, it is also a business venture for him for the future. Kohli is also the co-owner of the International Premier Tennis League, franchise UA Royals, and the Pro Wrestling League, JSW-owned Bangalore Yodhas franchise. Kohli, with Universal Sportsbiz, launched a brand called Wrong. It is a men's casual wear clothing brand later tied up with Myntra and Shoppers Stop. Kohli is also the shareholder and brand ambassador of the social networking venture Sports Convo. Apart from these, Kohli also invested 900 million rupees in gyms and fitness centers. He has planned for a chain of gyms and fitness centers nationwide. It was launched under the name Chisel and jointly owned by Kohli, Chisel India, and Cornerstone Sport and Entertainment. Kohli also invested in a children's fitness venture in Stepathlon Kids with the Stepathlon Lifestyle Partnership. Kohli's endorsements. With a bright career and popularity in cricket, Kohli also became the brand ambassador of many brands. Just after the 2008 Under-19 World Cup, Kohli was signed up by Banti Sazdesh, a sports agent for Cornerstone Sport and Entertainment. Kohli's 8-year deal with Puma worth Rs 1.1 billion was the highest deal of a sportsperson with a brand. Kohli's brand value was in one of the top ranks. According to an American appraisal in 2014, Kohli was at 4th rank in the list of most valued celebrity brands in India. In the same year, according to Sports Pro, UK magazine, Kohli was the second most marketable athlete in the world. According to Duff and Phelps, in 2016, Kohli's brand value was $92 million, which was the second number only next to Shah Rukh Khan. In 2017 in the list of Forbes, Kohli was at 7th rank in the most valuable brand among athletes. Kohli had a deal with 17 brands in 2017 like Boost, American Tourister, Audi, Gillette, Gioni, MRF, Manyavar, Punjab National Bank, Uber etc. Mobile sports platform Mobile Premier League in March 2019 signed Kohli as their brand ambassador. In 2019 Kohli's earnings were estimated at $25 million, of which $21 million were from endorsements, and the rest of the earnings were from salary and winnings. This year, 2021, in the month of April, Kohli was signed as a brand ambassador of IPL and Vivo. Kohli's social welfare and charity. With his talent and popularity, Kohli is also a very kind-hearted and charitable person. He has his own charity foundation named Virat Kohli Foundation, VKF. Through this foundation, he helps underprivileged children. This foundation also works with other NGOs to raise awareness to support underprivileged children. To fund their charity foundation, celebrities always organize different events. Kohli and Abhishek Bachchan jointly organized a football match between their clubs, All Heart Football Club, owned by VFK, and All Stars Football Club, owned by Abhishek Bachchan. Kohli captained his team in this match, and the fund generated by this match was used for both charity foundations. Conclusion. Virat Kohli is an Indian cricketer with tremendous success and popularity. He has been one of cricket's most well-known and significant figures. The Indian cricket team has been led by Kohli, who has helped the squad to several triumphs and remarkable successes, including significant tournament victories. Dear viewers, we have tried our best to provide you an informative video. Please comment that how did you find this video, because your comments and opinion are very important to us. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and give a thumb up so that you may be updated for our every effort regarding upcoming video. Take care of your good self.